Hey, 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 this is your girl, Stephanie A. Wynn. Happy Thursday, by the way. So, I wanted to come on and talk to my author friends, my author communities about um, getting your book in front of the right people. I get questions all the time about, how can I promote my book? What do I need to do to get in front of my audience? And so a lot of times when authors come to me, they're really frustrated because their book is not it's not getting the exposure that they would like it to get. Specifically meaning after it's gone through, what is it, Amazon. Once your book hits Amazon, you're frustrated after you've sold to your friends and you've tapped out with friends and family. What do, right? So I'm here. I want to give you some tips, some simple tips that will help you get your brand, get your author brand in front of the right audience. And it's going to help you with building that momentum to want more out of your book. Remember, you have to think beyond Amazon. So my question to you is, what if Amazon went away? Like, what if Amazon was no longer? What are you going to do? And so you want to start thinking like, okay, my book is on Amazon. Jeff Bezos is going to get his 55 to 60%, right? He's going to get his money off the top. So do you have your book on your platform, meaning your website? You have a landing page where you fulfill your own orders. I get this all the time. Well, I just don't have time to fulfill my orders. But the problem is that when they order your book from Amazon, they don't get an autographed signed copy, right? So now you're making that of value to your audience or whoever wants to buy your book. So I want to help you help yourself with getting the exposure that you need for your book. So I apologize, but I am Stephanie A. Wynn. I'm an author, co-author of Ready, Set, Go, A Simple Guide to Establishing a Successful Small Business. I love entrepreneurship. The purpose behind Ready, Set, Go was because when I was 23, I started my ice cream shop. I had no point of reference. I had no clue of how to start my business. So I knew if I needed help, other people needed help. And so here we are. And I am going to give you these 3 tips on marketing your book the right way. So let's get into it. And leave a comment in the comment section if you feel like this is really helping you. So 3 tips on how to market your book. Number 1, know your reader audience. What do I mean by that? Your reader audience is just like with the business. It's your target audience. It's the people who will most likely read your book. So my book, Ready, Set, Go, A Simple Guide to Establishing a Successful Small Business. My book is a business self-help book. It helps those who have an idea, those who are wanting to have already started a business and they're wanting to move forward in their business. It helps them with getting their business together from the bottom up. And what we know is that you need to have a solid foundation in order to be successful as an author, right? So 1, know your reader audience. How do you do that? Well, ask yourself, well, who is this book really for? So as you're going through the publishing phase, you should start thinking about your marketing strategy prior to you getting that book in your hand, right? I'm just saying. You should know who your target audience is prior to you getting that book in your hand. So, number 2, have a brand message. What do I mean by that? What are the people going to most know you by? Is it an author? Is it the social media tech person? Is it how to do Canva? What is your brand message? What is it when you post? Are they clear on what it is that you're doing? Do they know what you're doing? Do they know what you're selling? So you want to have a clear brand message for your audience, right? And number 3, have a marketing strategy. This I can't explain enough because one thing about getting exposure as an author, you need a marketing strategy. What do I mean by that? I mean that in order for someone to purchase your book, they need to know that your book exists. So even though your book is on Amazon, that's all good and everything. But if nobody knows that your book exists on Amazon, how do they know to buy what you're selling? Does that make sense? So again, I'm going to run this back. 3 tips on how to market your book. Number 1, you need to know who your reader audience is. Number 2, you want to have a brand message. You want your audience to understand who you are and what it is you actually are doing as an author. Are you an author? Are you a writer? Are you an editor? Like, what is it that you're doing? What is it? Like, do you know? And number 3, have a marketing strategy. You should have this marketing strategy prior to finalizing your edits. You should know who your book is going to serve, who is your ideal audience, your reader audience. You should know this in the beginning. Does that make sense? So, to be great and be successful as an author, you're going to need to get exposure. How are you going to get exposure? By having a marketing strategy, knowing your reader audience, and having a brand message. I am your girl, Stephanie A. Wynn. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope these tips help. Talk to you soon. Bye.